Hello, Discover Family Church. It's Kinard. It's good to see you guys. Well, it's good that you guys get to see me. I'm going to be doing a little word study today on the word worship. And one of my favorite go-tos besides my Bible is this, my Strong's Concordance. It is very exhaustive and it is very thick. It takes a little bit of getting used to make sure you know what you're doing. But man, the information in these things is vital, in my personal opinion. Because understanding the context is very important. Today, we're talking about worship. That's obviously one of my passions if you've ever been to our church. I cannot stand to not be worshiping. And that brings me to the subject. There's two main words, and there's one in Greek and one in Hebrew that is used mainly throughout the Bible. I'm going to share them both with you, and they have a little something that in their meaning that might surprise you. We'll look first at the Hebrew word, the primary Hebrew word, which is shakahah, a primary root to depressed, prostrate, reflect in homage to royalty or God, to bow yourself down, crouch, fall down, flat, humble, beseech, to do make obedience, do make reference, and make to stoop or worship. And I've been using antiseptic wipes to as my bookmarks. And then the Greek one, which is prosekuneou. And that one, this one's actually really cool. It means to kiss like a dog licking his master's hand, to fawn, to crouch, i.e. to prostrate oneself in homage or worship. Now that's that's something that a lot of people, you think about worship, and most people think about the singing and the band and the music, and then there's always controversy of, oh man, do we do hymns? Do we do modern worship? Do we do modern hymns? Do we do postmodern hardcore worship? Postmodern spoken word ska hardcore worship? I'm just kidding. But, it's interesting to see that a lot of the worship that's said in the Bible is a humbling of yourself, of making yourself lower to bring God higher. One of my favorite lyrics of one of my favorite songs is, if I could become the servant of all, there's no lower place to fall. And that's a big part of my life. If you know me, I'm always at the church. Well, I'm not currently always at the church. I've been kind of quarantined away from there, if you know what I mean. But I'm always there. And that's a lot of my worship, is my servanthood. That's how I show God glory, show him that he's worthy. It's by giving out our time. That's why when we tithe, we talk about how it's worship. It's because we're showing God that these things are more important. And during this time of quarantine, what are we doing to worship the Lord? It is important, and God loves it when we sing to him, but more so, what are we doing to serve our community? And the real funny thing is right now, it's probably a good idea to not do anything. Well, proverbially, stay in your home. But are you reading your Bible? Are you praying with your kids, with your family, with your wife, your aunt, uncle, grandmother, cousin? What are you doing to continue your relationship with the Lord? I did some math this week, and whenever we spend an hour at church, and if that's all we do, that is literally 0.5952% of your week. 1 hour out of the, I believe it was 188, around 180 hours. It's less than 1% of our time. And if you spent that much time with your wife or kids, though, you might be happy. They definitely won't believe that you love them. And is God believing you whenever you are only spending an hour a week? And now that we don't really go to church, did you lose your relationship with God? Let this time be, while you're home, a time where you can grab a hold of God, get in that quiet place, get in that small spot in your life, in your prayer closet, ride around your neighborhood in your car with your windows up and your max AC on, circulating so your air doesn't get out. Ride around and pray. Spend some time with the Lord. Figure out what you can do to get closer to God in this time of extreme weirdness. Anyways, little nugget for today. Hope you guys like it. God bless you all. Thank you again. And we can't wait to see you as soon as possible. God knows I can't wait to get back to church. Ah!